I'd been dreaming of that Alaska fishing trip for years, 2 weeks of solitude. Just me, the salmon, and the wild. But when I pulled into my driveway in my quiet Tennessee subdivision, that dream shattered. My lawn, my sanctuary, was a circus. Folding chairs sprawled across the grass like an invasion. A gaudy white tent smothered my backyard garden, and a wedding planner, all giggles and clipboard, was barking orders about roses on my porch. My blood boiled. This wasn't just a mix-up. Someone had decided my home, the brick house on 2 acres I'd bought for my early retirement, was theirs to commandeer. I'm a laid-back guy, or at least I try to be. I moved here to escape the city's noise, to grill in peace under the shade of my big, old walnut tree. My place is my fortress, fenced in, private, perfect. But that peace was obliterated the moment I realized the HOA had scheduled a wedding at my house. My house. I marched up to the planner, a woman with a headset and a fake smile, and said, "Ma'am, you've got the wrong address. This is my property. What the hell's going on?" She sized me up like I was the hired help and chirped, "Oh, you must be the landscaper. Don't worry, we'll tidy up after the ceremony. The bride's covering cleanup." Landscaper. I nearly choked. "I own this place. Who gave you permission?" Her smile faltered, and she mumbled something about the HOA and Linda, saying it was fine. Linda. Of course. Linda, the HOA president, was the neighborhood's self-crowned dictator. Picture hairspray so thick it could stop a bullet, a pearl necklace she probably slept in, and a clipboard she wielded like a scepter. Since I moved in, she'd been the bane of my existence, nitpicking lawn heights, citing phantom rules, even whining about my mailbox's shade of blue. I stormed off and called her. She answered with that fake sweet drawl, like she'd been waiting. "Oh, hi, Mark. Welcome back." I cut her off. "Linda, why is there a wedding in my yard?" A pause. Then her voice dripped with condescension. "Well, the bride, Emily, had a venue fall through. Her sister bailed, and your property's so spacious. We thought you wouldn't mind." "Wouldn't mind?" I snapped. "Take it down. Now." Her tone hardened. "Mark, this is for the community. Don't be selfish." I hung up, my hands shaking. Then I saw it. My patio door was unlocked. Inside, I tripped over a cooler of bottled water and a stack of wedding programs with my address printed on them. They'd been in my house, rearranging my furniture, popping champagne in my kitchen. That was it. I gave them 1 hour to clear out. The planner freaked and called Linda, who arrived with 2 HOA cronies, arms crossed, trying to guilt me. "Think of Emily," Linda said, eyes narrowing. "This is her dream day." I shot back. "My dream is not having strangers in my home. This is trespassing." They wouldn't budge. So I called my lawyer, Tom, a former Navy SEAL who lives half the year in a cabin with no Wi-Fi. When he answers, mountains move. He dug into the HOA's charter and confirmed they had zero right to touch my property. What they'd done was civil trespassing, plain and simple. Within an hour, I had a cease and desist letter, and I handed copies to every caterer, florist, and vendor I could find. Linda scoffed. "He's bluffing." I wasn't. I'd been planning to redo my patio next spring, but this called for something bigger. I hired a demolition crew to tear it up, rip out the garden, and start a pool installation 6 a.m. The next morning, when the bulldozers rolled in, you should have seen the chaos. Hungover wedding guests scrambled from their chairs. Emily was sobbing. Her groom was yelling, and Linda showed up in a bathrobe, screaming about ruining Emily's perfect day. I sipped my coffee on the porch and waved. "Told you to leave. Now you get a front row seat to progress." By noon, my lawn was a crater. By evening, the tent was gone, the flowers wilted, and Emily's family was filing complaints that went nowhere. I had permits. I had rights. They didn't. And I wasn't done. My security cameras had caught everything: strangers traipsing through my house, moving my couch, raiding my fridge. I posted the clips online with a caption: "HOA breaks into private home for unauthorized wedding." Guess who's getting sued? It exploded. People despise HOAs, and the internet ate it up. News crews called. I gave interviews, laying out the truth, no embellishment needed. Within weeks, the HOA was under county investigation. Emails surfaced showing Linda had greenlit the event without telling the board or me. She was forced to resign, and the HOA paid for damages, legal fees, and a settlement for my emotional distress. I used the cash to upgrade my pool and add an outdoor kitchen. Tom got a standing invite to use it. The new HOA board, terrified of more lawsuits, rewrote the rules. No unauthorized property use, no unsanctioned events, and a new mark rule banning HOA members from entering private homes, period. Emily and her groom had to reschedule at a dingy motel ballroom. Linda, I heard, fled to an HOA-free condo, unable to stomach the rules she once enforced. Me? I swim laps every morning in my new pool, grinning when neighbors pass by and gawk at the bronze plaque by my gate, in memory of Emily's wedding and Linda's tyranny. Trespassers will be bulldozed. My sanctuary's back, and I dare anyone to try me again.